Salutations and welcome, friends, to a very special episode here on Trust the Prophets. We are having the trial of Derma Sotogake. The very divisive Japanese horse is one that we are going to be debating here in a courtroom-style drama with myself arguing for Derma Sotogake and the case for him, and El Hombre arguing the case against him. Now, before we get into that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for all of our content, and comment below with who you think has the winning argument in this particular case. El Hombre, how are you doing today, and are you looking forward to this sort of legal courtroom drama that we have going on?
Hell yeah, I'm doing great. I love this because I think we can both kind of let it fly about our actual opinions here and, have some fun with it and rip on each other at the same time and have some fun, make some statements that are actually true. Let's do it, baby. I feel confident on this one.
All right, well, let's move to our opening statements for both sides. And I will start things off as arguing the case for. And my argument for this, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. Do you want to be on the right side of history? And do you want to be on the right side of a historic moment? Because it's going to happen. Listen, my colleague is going to throw out a lot of statistics at you to make you think that this is impossible. But there is a first time for everything, and Derma Sotogake represents that first time for everything. The impressive winner of the UAE Derby, going 1 mile and 3/16. The only other horse that has gone that distance in this Derby field has been Kingsbarns. Derma Sotogake, versatile. He can go in the lead. He can be in mid-pack. His best efforts are on the dirt, and this is the trend line of history. Japanese domination on the biggest stages of international racing, whether it is the Breeders' Cup 2 years ago at Del Mar, whether it's in Maidan, whether it's in Saudi Arabia. We have seen the Japanese coming, and this freight train is going to come to Churchill Downs and Louisville, and it is time to be on the right side of history for Derma Sotogake.
Hang on, let me drink this Kool-Aid real quick. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what should be a very quick dismissal of what is clearly an egregious attempt at assisting people with making a bad life decision on May 6th. You will go home tonight with the understanding that UAE Derby champion have scored absolutely zero success on Kentucky Derby Day. You will also learn that Derma Sotogake is a fabricated narrative, a quote-unquote feel-good story that many people have fallen in love with this year. Although a Japanese winner will be a good thing for the sport as a whole, he is not the horse. This is not the year. Do not allow this con man to sell you a good old-fashioned snake oil salesman pipe dream. This is a joke.
Well, with that bold opening statement, it is time to move to rebuttals. And I will kick things off for the rebuttal section of this video. And what I will say is, yes, historically speaking, the UAE Derby winner has not had any success, but we have just recently seen Japan come over and show strong efforts in the Santa Anita Derby, where Mandarin Hero, a horse that was running on the lesser tracks in Japan, came over to the United States on 10 days' notice. Mind you, Derma Sotogake has been here for a month. On 10 days' notice, Mandarin Hero comes over, runs 153 and change 4 furlong workout, and you think he's toast. And what does he do? He nearly takes down the best horse on the West Coast. Practical joke. Now, if that's not enough, the race before Mandarin Hero came over to the United States, he lost by a neck to a horse named Hero Call. Who is Hero Call? He's a horse that got trounced by Derma Sotogake in the race before. Folks, Derma Sotogake is the real deal. He can do the distance. He is able to sit whatever trip he needs to sit. He's taking to the track beautifully at Churchill Downs. This is the history that you want to be on.
All right, let's talk cons on Derma Sotogake. There's too many to mention, so I have to cut it short. The obvious lack of success from overseas invaders. I mean, that goes without saying. I won't even waste your time. The UAE Derby in Dubai. None of its competitors have ever recorded better than a 5th place finish in the Derby. Not just win. They don't even get top 5. How's that for you? Japanese dirt tracks tend to be deeper and sandier. It's not only is this a foreign country for the horse, It's a foreign surface. He's not used to it. He doesn't know what to, what are you going to do? Just think magic happens? He's going to come out here and be successful? I doubt it. The UAE Derby was also uncontested jog for this horse, where he ran against inferior competition that he's never seen anything like what he's going to see in the Kentucky Derby. He's jogging out. He's bored. We brought up Mandarin Hero, which is going to get us to the next point. The ridiculous narrative that Mandarin Hero's effort in the Santa Anita Derby has anything to do. It's preposterous to reach any sort of conclusion that he was close to winning the Santa Anita Derby. The total fabrication of reality, and here's why. The Santa Anita Derby was severely watered down this year, but moreover, what does it even have to do with Derma Sotogake? So he almost won a bad field at Santa Anita, including the winner, Practical Move. I don't think that highly of him anyway. So this horse that has nothing to do, has never even really faced Derma Sotogake in a big race. So he almost got to Practical Moves, so that somehow justifies him in the race. No thanks. This is nothing. It's seriously a Hollywood story, made for Hollywood. Make it a movie or whatever you want to do, but the horse is a joke.
Well, those were some harsh rebuttals. So let's now move to our final closing statement. And I will start the closing arguments and just say, make sure to like this video and comment below with who you think wins this argument and where you fall on the trial of Derma Sotogake. But I will start by saying this. The argument that I hear from many North American racing fans is, who has this horse beaten? He has beaten horses that have beaten other great horses. He has beaten graded stakes competition. He has won over multiple surfaces, going multiple distances. He has been better on the dirt, and not just the dirt in Japan, but the dirt in the Middle East as well. He can handle different surfaces. He can handle the travel. He is versatile. Now, my colleague might like to poo-poo a feel-good story, but Smarty Jones was a feel-good story. California Chrome was a feel-good story. Mind That Bird was a feel-good story. There are lots of feel-good stories that win the Kentucky Derby, and Derma Sotogake is on the right side of history. When you're sitting there watching the Kentucky Derby on May 6th, don't you want to know that you made history with Derma Sotogake? That is where you want to be. You want to be on the right side of this history, not on the wrong side and losing out on a winning ticket.
Out of respect for Matthew, I did not object in the middle of that with the Smarty Jones comment. I was a huge Smarty Jones supporter. That said, I've got a good closing statement. Let's close it out here with Derma Sotogake. This is a fun little tidbit for you. We all love a good Disney movie ending, don't we? A Cinderella story. A heroic moment. History in the making. We all do. I'd love to see that on May 6th, too. Guess what, folks? Life isn't a Disney movie, and dreams don't always come true. Leave the fairy tales to the kids and snap back into reality. You've been sold a fairy tale, and you'll be awakened by 19 antagonists. This isn't Disney. This is reality television, folks. Good night now.